Okay, well, just to keep things interesting, I think I'll do another Floodgate match. This is probably the last one of this bunch.
Play.
I mentioned this one last time. This is the one where I spent about half the match trying to get past Fun Times while he sat around the enemy prime, headshotting me every time I got near the thing. We won this. I guess the most, the notable thing about this is that Fun Times is now on the other team. We've got this, looks like the top scorer on our team this time was this character that showed up with the player name consisting of all vertical strokes there. Who may be someone who's been here before that we'd know if he was using his other name.
Defend the Floodgate node.
I don't know. Maybe it was Bar. You never know. Sometimes people do that. They'll come in here and they'll change their names for whatever reason. Maybe somebody's banned them or God knows what goes on. I don't know what goes on around here when I'm not looking. Yeah, at this point I want to make a run for the center, but the Dark Walker's right over there somewhere, and there's a sniper on that roof over there. So I don't really feel like I'd be very likely to make it either on foot or with a tow. And there was about 30 seconds on the flood, but something happened with it. Apparently the red orb was over there and just capped it again. So I feel like maybe I'll have to go ahead and try to get to the center, I suppose. That's Haxer trying to head me off, but he's out of it. The center has been captured by us, and since there's now 30 seconds on the flood again, I decided I'd better turn around and cap that instead of capping the center when it doesn't need to be capped, and then having to go all the way back for the orb again. So that worked out well enough. I'm just lucky I didn't get shot down on the way to the flood.
Grab the Redeemer. Attack the enemy.
I just spent about 6 hours answering stupid questions and browsing through Steam looking for another video game to play and looking at all the free-to-play games. Oddly enough, there's not a single game there that I have any interest in playing, although some of them look quite, impressive. But, I'm not into, I kind of feel like some of these games are just way too much work, I mean, I don't want to spend 3,000 hours building a starship or learning how to press 18 different 4-key combination automated animation sequences.
I've got the orb.
I just want to shoot stuff pretty much. And there's a few games like that, but the ones that are like that, well, I don't see where they're an improvement on this. In fact, this seems a little bit better than them, so I'll probably say about it. I do hope to see something, There's Fun Times. Yeah, I dodged his first shot, and he amazingly, it's just scary that he can just whip around and just knock you out just like that. It's crazy is what it is. I don't have the orb right now, but the center just went down and the flood just went down. So although it's a long trip, I think I'm gonna go back and get the orb. A lot of people would just suicide right there and get a free ride back to the orb, but I don't know, maybe it's a kind of a toss-up. From where I was, by the time you suicide and get through the spawning screen, it's probably about the same amount of time anyway. I'm going for the enemy prime. There's 40 seconds on the flood, but I got time to cap and go back and get the orb again just about if I don't screw around
Attack the Floodgate node.
and miss it. But the center just went down, so I'm going to have to turn around and go after the flood instead. And there's Fun Times. He's going after me with this thing now. And amazing, I'm just not playing very well there. My reflexes are off. My reflexes are just not that good anyway, so. Alright, well. Somewhere along the line we'd lost 20 seconds on that flood. And if we don't screw it, we'll probably lose another 20 at least, I would think. stand here and wait for this orb again. Nobody else seems to be interested in running it, which is, I guess, okay by me because it gives me something to do. Center will probably go down, but maybe not because there's no more fire on it and the red orb appears to be motionless, so maybe I have a chance. Nope, they capped it. Alright, well, let me go over here and probably don't want to try to hold the flood for 40 seconds. But now I'm picking up fire, so maybe I need to hang around before I die. This is really longer than I would want to try to hold the flood, but I was feeling like I was picking up too much fire to make it to the center. Yeah, and failed to hold the flood. It'll probably get shot down now. In the meantime, our prime went down, so all things told, I probably should have went to the prime. 10 seconds left on that flood, but we ain't gonna get that. There's no way. Yeah, it's down. And, well, I probably would have let him pick it up, but jumped forward and picked it up by accident. So let me go out and see if I can recover the prime anyway. Oh, it's already recovered. There is a hamster ball out there, but he's come out of it. He's trying to knock me out. I'm gonna keep under. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he got me that time. Secondary fire with the flak cannon. And the red orb's coming in. He'll probably cap. No, he's on the ground. Let me go over there and suicide on that.
Grab the Redeemer.
And I'll probably go back and get the orb again. The center just went down again, so we have an opportunity to take over the map again, maybe. There's 50 seconds on the flood, so that probably gives me enough time to go after the enemy prime. And yep, getting stalked by a Viper, and he's canny enough to get out of it before I get my Avril out. Now I've got a gun bug going out. I think I might have managed to wing him maybe, but that's not going to do it.
Floodgate node.
So now our orb is stranded back there at the back end, and you can see I'm really not playing real well here. About 13 minutes left to go, and we're about 20 points behind. So it's not looking terribly bad, but we're not really dominating here at all. Let me go back and pick up. No, someone else got the orb. Okay, well fine. Let someone else do that for a while. I should probably. There's 50 seconds on this flood. I really don't have any reason to stay here. Except, well, now that he showed up. Yeah, okay, I guess I can suicide on that.
Attack the center.
And now I guess I can go back and get the orb, because whoever picked it up, I'm sure they're dead. Nope, they just capped. Okay, well that puts me in the right spot to pick it up again then. There's 30 seconds on that flood. It'll probably go down before I get there, but if I do get to the flood, this might be a good time to hold the flood. And yeah, we'll get there in time, so unless someone shows up here pretty quick, we might get this 20 points, maybe. There's a Viper, but he's way too late. We're going to take him out. It's fun times on that Viper. Alright, so we got our 20 points. I am not going to cap that flood. Take this thing. Oh, there's fun times. Yeah. Just sniping you, just shooting from the hip like it's nothing, you know. Oh Lord. Must be nice to have reflexes, I guess.
Attack the Floodgate node.
Oh well. So failed to take the prime. We did even up the score, so that's an accomplishment.
Attack the Floodgate node.
I have the orb.
Might have a chance to go after the enemy prime again. There doesn't seem to be much going on at the center, although I'm sure Red's thinking about that. We have blue firing on the flood, which is a good thing, and there's no timer on that flood anyway, so I'm not worried about it at all. And okay, this is somebody. He's going to engage me with a shot. I'm just going to try to get away from him. Hope for a lucky shot with the sniper rifle, but he's going to come. He's going to be right after me. He's coming after me. I'm going to duck behind this and get under cover here. But his buddy's probably going to. Yeah, that's fun times again with the sniper rifle, shooting from the hip. One shot. Of course, I was already down at the hit points by that time, I'm sure. Nuke is up. Let me grab that if I'm not too late. No, I'm too late. It's gone. I should probably head back to the center. Oh, had to ditch the hamster ball because I had a lock on. Somebody had a lock on me with an Avril. Reds are coming in now. Had one jump up here, probably just taking cover, waiting for his chance to come back in and cause trouble. I'm gonna get some help taking him out. Yeah, he's out. And we still have the center, but there's 20 seconds on a red flood, so we're, you know, while we're screwing around over here, we're gonna hit that flood, definitely. That orb was our last chance, and while we were over here screwing around at center, he was over there trying to take the flood with no cover at all.
I have the orb.
With no backup. I'm wishing that nuke was up, but there hasn't been time for that. We're now 60 to 80, another 20 points behind again. And fun times once again, shooting from the hip, single shot. Yep, can't get near the thing. Alright, well, try running the flood. I mean, try running the orb. I mean, basically your only hope is that, you know, that he won't be in position, that he'll decide to be somewhere else, but actually I'm gonna have to try to cap the flood. And, well, I probably could have went the other, oh yeah, and the orb is down there, and I'm gonna get run over by the Viper before I even get down on the ground. Okay, well, we're gonna lose that 20 points too, it looks like. Because there isn't time to go pick it up again. Pretty much. I'm thinking the nuke might be there. It is.
Heavily damaged.
Not showing up on the map yet, but it's in position. It does that.
The enemy prime node.
There is sometimes a considerable amount of lag between the time that nuke shows up and the time it appears on the map.
Man the nightshade.
Okay, well, I think I actually missed that node. Because it doesn't look like it went down. But there were some of our people over there, so we took it down anyway. So we do have.
Attack the enemy.
Yeah, looks like
prime
Red
node.
built it up again. Well, now I got a tow, so this is a good thing. This is Under Over giving me a tow. Let's see if he can get me up there. Well, we got this far. This is close enough. Let me see if I can get through. I'll probably get to 9. No. Center went down. Well, I wasn't looking. Well. And there's fun times coming right after me, and he's gonna pop around the corner and boom. Yeah, shooting from the hip, one shot. Of course, again, I was probably down several hit points. Looks like we might get, there's about 4 seconds left on the flood. We might get that flood, which will even the score again.
Red core flooding.
Okay, well, largely appears to be about avoiding fun times, I think. I'm gonna go pick up the orb yet again. Oh, nope, someone else has got it. Good. Just as well, because I'm not really doing too well with it. I'll probably just hang around here and try to shoot down this flood just to provide some insurance to make sure we don't lose another 20 points on it. Our orb is down. And respawning back at the home, back in the core. Our prime is going down. I'm determined to at least shoot this thing down. I should be able to manage that at least. Fall back on Link and try to finish it off with that while the Reds come back here and try to finish me off. And okay, shot the flood down. So we accomplished that much, and we managed to push him back to center on the other hand. So that's a good thing.
Grab the orb.
I wasn't going to be able to hang around flood too much longer. If our prime went down, I would have had to abandon that and gone back there probably. But
attack the Floodgate node.
didn't want to let them get the flood. Red took their center back, so that's the end of our push that way. The orb is around the prime somewhere, but I don't see him. He's probably on the ground. He doesn't. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay. Yeah, I looked at a game called Warframe, and I looked at a game called DOTA 2, which is apparently incredibly popular, and it's some kind of god awful arena Warcraft looking thing. I mean, good grief. I mean, even if I didn't have to work for a living, I seriously wouldn't want to spend that kind of time on a game. It ain't happening, guys. It ain't happening. No, sir. Yeah. thinking I might grab Warframe, but it's got too much of that, you know, hit the exact 4 keys in a row and then watch your character dance around a little bit while killing
Red
things. So
core is removable.
I don't
Man
really
the
want to do that either.
nightshade. Red core is under attack. Red core is heavily
There's one of
damaged.
these. There's 1 or 2 of these games where you're basically building spaceships out of Legos and shit, and that looks sort of
5
halfway
minutes
interesting.
remain. Red core is heavily damaged.
But I'll probably end up
Red
downloading
core is
something at random just to see what the heck it is. I don't really feel like playing a game where I have to build an empire with starting with a rock.
Grab the
I don't think I
redeemer.
really want to do that either.
Still not as good as me.
I don't know what's with people today. You know, like real life isn't enough work. You have to spend your life working on it. You have to spend your life working at a video game as if it was a career or something. Oh God, we came like 5 seconds away from losing another
Secure.
flood. But now we are pushing it back. We're about 3
Man the
points
nightshade.
ahead. We're taking down their prime. We haven't built it yet. Our orb is incoming. There's 38 seconds left on the flood. I'm pretty sure the nuke ain't there. I'm just gonna go to the flood and try to cover that while our orb does God knows what. I'll probably head on to the left and try to take advantage of that shield, but the shield is timed out, so let me see if I can keep this thing. Well, I gotta take it out. And that's Holson. Yeah, he's out. Well, yeah, it looks like he was the only problem, so we might manage to take this 20 points, which would put us in range because we're down to about 3.5 minutes and they do not have much time left.
Attack the
Yeah, here comes the red orb, but he's way too late. I failed to stop him, but it doesn't matter. We got our 20 points. I'm going to leave those other 2 people over there to try to take that mine back down again. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over here and try to cause trouble at the prime for a little bit. Picking up an Avrolock, so I'm going to ditch that vehicle. And here comes the red orb, and he will cap, yeah, because I'm no good at stopping. The flood is down, so I'm not real worried about that. Now I just got knocked out of the prime. I'll probably go back and pick up the orb again. Alright.
Attack the enemy prime node.
I have the orb.
Alright. Well, let's go to... Oh, yeah, enemy prime. Probably won't make it. Looks like the center is going to go down before I get there. Nope. Center is no longer being fired at. Take some time to harass some people out there with the stinger, and yeah, fully expecting fun times to be right here waiting for me, but this time it's not there. Okay, well,
Man the nightshade.
all right then. That might finish him off for us. We're down to about 2.5 minutes, and we only have to get. Oh, here comes the concentrating all the mighty stinger fire on the orb runner, but that's not going to be enough. He's going to walk right through it and get right in there. Okay.
Grab the redeemer.
Yeah, the stinger. Yeah. People make fun of the stinger, but it's got uses. I mean, that's about as good a use as you can have for it when you got 3 people coming after you, and you need to shoot at the guy behind him. You know? So, what are you gonna do?
You can't handle a real woman.
It's the only thing you can spam all 4 of them with, really. But wasn't enough to do the job.
Mega kill.
Mega kill with the atom bomb. Get a lucky shot on the orb carrier, but got knocked out immediately. So they'll just cap that right back.
Man the nightshade.
And they did. Our orb is incoming. I'm guessing he's probably going to cap the flood, which is not what I would have him do, but no, he's dead. Well, same difference. Let's go back and cover the center so it doesn't... Oh, the prime is down. I don't have to do that anymore.
I've got the orb.
I could probably go after the flood, but I'm going to take a chance that we'll build the prime before it goes down, so, and I might manage to get a few points on the... No, we're not going to build that prime. It's going down. The shield's still on the floor. I'm not going to be able to shoot at it at all. Yeah, I didn't get a single point on it. And the prime went back down, but we did knock the flood back down too also, so that's a good thing. So there's only one thing to do at this point, then go back to the prime and try to shoot that down again, if I can. Until I get shock comboed or snipered out of here. Okay, yeah, the prime is down, and I'm going to manage to tag it. Alright. Hamster ball incoming, guy on foot coming with this hamster ball just gonna roll right
Attack
over
the
me.
floodgate node.
Alright. We now have a one loose cannon rolling around here trying to cause trouble in the center, but
7,
he's looking pretty weak.
5,
Let me get the hamster ball because the dude just came up.
2, 1.
Hopefully no one
Overtime.
else is gonna get there before me, but yeah, it's there. Okay, and nobody covering it. Hesitating to get back in case there's somebody waiting for me with an arrow,
Attack
which there
the
often
enemy
is.
prime node.
And yeah, they're not being too careful. Well, let me get in here and nuke the prime again. And misstepped and did not duck behind the wall that time. Killed myself, but knocked down the prime for about half a second. Well, it's not going to matter. We're in overtime. They're down to 6 points. All we got to do is hold this flood, I believe. Because with us holding the center and us holding this flood, there's no, yeah, and they're getting damaged too. So that's going to do it for them. Yeah, it's about over with. All right.
Red core destroyed.
Okay, next time I think I'll definitely have to do